Welcome to Hope Within the Mango Trees. This amazing adventure is about my old school, and the school is almost ready to welcome us.
We try and see that no child is left behind.
The children are doing wonders.
Successfully, happily, productively, efficiently.
If they are able to fly high up in the sky is the limit.
We want the child to be independent.
Wherever they fly, the world is open for them.
Which is really saying something, considering how this incredible story began several decades ago.
Every branch of the police came in, interviewed me, interviewed Erica.
Last time we heard just how tough things got for the founder, Tim Grundage.
And then said, we want to talk with the children on their own.
It needed one of the students, Dheeraj, to speak up.
He said to the policeman, he said, look, I will not go back to the streets. You can try and force me to, but this is a wonderful organization. I want to stay. And that tipped the whole thing. They realized that actually Future Hope was doing a good job and that all the staff were putting the children at the center of all they do.
That was only part of the challenge. Future Hope had been evicted not once, but twice.
When you're under so much pressure, you don't sleep at night. You worry about what you're doing, but none of us ever doubted what we were doing, and none of us felt that it was time to shut shop.
Tim and Erica's dream was hanging by a thread.
We'd done it before, we'd moved 30 children, but when we had 60 children to move, then you suddenly need rather a lot of space from someone, and who wants 60 street children in their house? And that was really when we knew that we had to give more stability to the organization, because by then we were well established and we knew there was no way back.
We have always lived on the sharp end, and we believed very strongly that we would fight. And we said one thing, if the project is good, it'll have to fight like anything for its survival, but it will always survive. And we very strongly believe if you're doing good, it'll survive.
My name is Nikhat Khatun. I was only just born, living in the slums here in Kolkata, when all of that was going on. I'm pretty glad Tim and Erica were so resilient. But they needed help, lots of it.
When we went through that incredibly traumatic time and were evicted twice from 2 children's homes which we were renting, we really believed that we now needed to get our own home, which nobody could take away from us. I looked everywhere in Kolkata. I walked all over the place. And then one day I walked up this little alley, which seemed to have a dead end, and turned around the corner and I saw this most beautiful home, an old Rajbari princely home. And standing in front of it was Mr. Madhusudan Kejriwal, who was the owner. A chance meeting, but it changed our lives in Future Hope. This is Mr. Kejriwal. He was the owner of this house, and he very kindly sold it to Future Hope. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here today. So this is the man who actually made it possible for us to have this school, and we're very, very lucky. So he's come back for the first time in 25 years, and we're now looking around. So anyway, thank you so much. It's fantastic to see you, Madhusudan, after all these years. We're just really excited to talk about what we did together, because I was so much down in the dumps. And then I walked up the road here and I met you.
Yes, I remember when we met here. I tell you, by God's grace that I came in contact with a person like you. I saw the kind of enthusiasm you had. I had to say
well,
yes.
It was really because the children from the slums all come around
Yes,
from this
yes,
area.
yes.
And I bumped into you and I said, well, I'm really interested in buying this house from you. And you then said,
Yeah, I have a house and I don't mind selling it to you. Then he said, I have no money. I said, okay, no problem. You just have it on rent. And whenever you have money, you buy it. Till such time it will be in my name. So he said, how much you are going to charge? Because I can't pay much. I said, 5,000 rupees.
per month.
Per month,
Which
yeah.
was, that's about £50 in UK terms.
Just it came out from my mouth. I realized the way he's doing a social work is just amazing. I didn't think even for a minute after hearing your whole story, I just believed it. And the kind of sacrifice a person from UK and doing so much for the street children in India, that too in Kolkata, I really got inspired.
So this is it. Future Hope School at our home in Rowland Road, Central Kolkata.
Okay, welcome to Future Hope School.
And this is our CEO, Sujata Sen.
A very special school with about 400 very talented children who can do anything if you give them a little bit of support. Lovely children to be with, to play with, to read with, to spend time with, to joke with, to eat together with, and here they are. So although the school is all over the campus, we do have a very good school building with classrooms. So let's go to the classrooms. What is your next class? Who's going for Hindi? They learn 3 languages in the school, Hindi, Bengali and English. And that's a very good formula because then they are fluent wherever they go in India. They are fluent wherever they go in the world with English. They are fluent wherever they go in West Bengal with Bengali. So that's a good thing to learn languages. This is class 3.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning. Good morning, sir.
So where are we heading?
Heading to the garden classroom where our principal is taking a class because she's actually doing a cover class because some of the children need to have some extra tutorials. Meenu Patodia is our principal and there she is.
I'm taking a class. These are the board students, they are class 12. I'm teaching them financial management. Trying to teach. Future Hope is like second home to me. In the morning, like it's a whiff of fresh air when I think of coming to school. Because more than giving to my children, it is more of taking from the children. Because I've learned modesty, I've learned humility from them. And since the children are coming from the underprivileged section of the society, there's so much to learn from them. To be happy with very small things, to be happy with whatever they have, contentment, satisfaction. That is, I think, what I've learned over here.
We actually have a role to make people aware of what their rights are, help them get that right, and help the child in the family get through a process which makes them independent. So that's our role now. And sports contributes to it, dance contributes to it, music contributes to it, even karate contributes to it. One-on-one reading that contributes to it, all of it contributes to that. That is what our role is, to make sure that the child has access. Access to also have understanding of coding and artificial intelligence and all the new things that are happening, and look at it critically. This much is good, this much I will take, this much I will not take. Be critical thinkers in the world. That's what we need to make our children.
I want the children to have the wings. We are here to provide them and we would like to give them all kind of support. And we would like them to be disciplined in their life. My motto is only education and discipline. These are the 2 things which I can give them. I feel that if a person is disciplined, is educated, the person can fly anywhere. The children are doing wonders. If they are able to fly high up in the sky is the limit. Wherever they fly, the world is open for them.
The world hasn't always appeared open, As a small girl, here in Kolkata, my world seemed very closed. And when you get to school, adapting from life on the streets, that's hard.
The growth process from when they come in and the unlearning and yet the loving of the kind of families or dysfunctional families or no families that they've had, the context, not hating the place that they've come from but having a sympathetic understanding of that place. That process itself is something that we need to do continuously through mentoring, through counseling, through training. I think we are succeeding with quite a few of them. I'm not saying that we are 100% successful, but we are getting there.
I have seen many children struggle to change their wild lives from the streets. It's a constant challenge for the teaching staff.
I think I can write a book on a daily basis. We tend to have so many things from the morning itself, starting from a 4-year-old to a 14-year-old. We have got umpteen number of things going on in the school, whether it is positive, whether it is negative. And as a principal, I always have to change the negative things into a positive. So coming over here with a smile, I think that impacts a lot to the children, to the teachers, to the housekeeping staff, to the kitchen department. So the people who cannot come to Future Hope, I would like to send them a message that please take out time and come here. You will find your best time spent in Future Hope.
I couldn't agree more, Principal Patodia. The school opens up a planet of possibilities for many hundreds of young people. People like Devnath.
It's all about how I came to Future Hope. It was 2011 when I was 10 years old. I was sleeping on the platform 22. I was sleeping there and I was thinking about my career, what did my father told me before he passed away. I used to always love my father, and if I need anything, always used to tell my father. Before he died, he was admitted in the hospital. He was crying, I know you are a good child, you helped me a lot. See, you got a good responsibility on your shoulder. Be a good boy, don't fight with your brother, don't fight with your mother, don't run away here and there. Then I saw an old man. The old man was Tim Uncle.
That's the end of the session, end of the lesson. So there'll be a lot of children running around all over the place in a moment. Morning, Deep. How are you?
I was very scared by seeing Tim Uncle's eyes. Then he said, you want to go to Future Hope, a home where you find lots of friends, lots of brothers, lots of sisters. First of all, I was scared. Then I said, no, I don't want to go. I am happy over here. Then I thought that, no, I promised my father that, no, I will study hard and be a good man. Then I said, yes, of course I want to go.
We run a very, very welcoming school. I mean, the children are, they come from backgrounds where they feel very uncomfortable going to school to start off with. But once you get in there and they're welcomed by the teachers, it's like a sponge. They soak up learning and they absolutely love it.
On the first day, I was feeling happy to see lots of friends, lots of teachers. That time we used to play cricket, football, and I was happy.
On a hat trick.
Yes, I have run away from here. Then a time came when I grew up a little bit. Then I have understood, no, if I run away, I'm destroying my life. Nothing is helping me. If I'm doing something wrong, my father used to tell me, Devnath, you are doing the wrong thing. And I used to feel that, my father is beside me, he is telling me. God has given me a chance to come here, given me a shelter to stay, food to eat, so why should I run away? I should stay here and get my future. There are some people who used to love their family, then also they come in the dream. So my father and my grandmother used to come in my dream. They think that I'm working good. Whatever that past is happened, do more hard work so that you can have a better life, better future.
It's 11:10 in the morning, so what will it be told? What is the time? Okay, one answer, no crowd answers, please.
These children have been learning the things in a very hard way. They know, they have seen life in a very, very bitter manner or in a very brutal manner. We have children who are not well, who are sick. Some children do not have food to eat at home. They don't have their parents. Mental issues, physical issues, emotional issues, lot of issues are there.
And where is your class?
Upstairs.
All right. You go up for Hindi then, but quietly. They get a lot of love and affection here. We don't have one counselor. Everyone is a counselor here. The cook is a counselor. The driver is a counselor. The office person is a counselor. So they get a lot of attention and love and understanding. And at some point, they think that's the reality of life. Of course, that's not the reality of life. The real world is very cruel. And cutting that dependence on Future Hope and becoming independent and being able to take the world on your own 2 feet is what remains a big challenge.
But we have got such a wonderful team that wherever I go, I find a solution. Challenges are there, that's a part of life. If I don't have spices, then what is a life without spices?
Meet Mr. Madhusa and Kejriwal, who was the original owner of the house. We bought it and he's come back to have a look at the house for the first time in 25 years. We'd been so smashed by people from the business community. I felt that they were all bad. And then I meet this wonderful man from the business community. And looking back over the years as to what this home has done for us, this school has done for us, and meeting the man himself after a long time, I just reflect on how incredibly lucky we have been.
Destiny said that you will meet a person like Tim and you will own a house which you will give him. Although my family initially was not happy at all, but my father supported. You must give this house to him. My father was a freedom fighter and he got award also from Government of India. He always loved to help poor people. Health and education was his main motto. And I got the inspiration from my father. Now I am more happy this kind of thing is being done.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
So this over here is not part of the school. This is where the children stay. This is the little boys stay here. So they sleep on the floor. Your beautiful crazy china floor, which we had repaired.
You are absolutely right. You are utilizing every inch of the space. Rather, you have constructed more.
We had to build a lot of extra classes because we've now got Central Board of Secondary Education affiliation, the only NGO school that I know of that has that. But in order to be able to do that, we needed to have a maths lab, a physics lab, chemistry lab, and a biology lab. And we've had to build them, as you can see up here, on the roof. This used to be the junior school play area, but we've now got huge amounts of classrooms up here. I'll take you up and have a look at it. Headmistress. Hello, Samreen.
Hello, good morning.
Just been looking around the school.
Very nice. This is Samreen Mumtaz here, and I'm a headmistress here, and I'm also the coordinator of the middle school, and I teach history. And that is too much. Today we are actually with very less students because there is Chhat Puja today. So
Right.
we are with only, there are 117 children who are absent today.
117.
Yes. But we are happy that, like other schools, we have not closed our school. What is happening now, we are CBSE affiliated school and we follow NEP. And NEP is always saying, have classrooms not between the inside the four walls, but go outside. There has to be an activity and the classroom should be outside. But the problem is the space crunch that we have here.
We have absolutely no more room. We are desperate for more space. We have about, I think about 400 children in the school, and it really can only cater for about 300. So that's the school, and what we've been doing it over the last 25 years. And I just really want to say, without your generosity and your kindness, it was absolutely wonderful.
It is wonderful.
Let's go and get a cup of tea now.
Okay.
As Tim and Mr. Kejriwal put the kettle on, a chance to take stock. Future Hope is an incredible effort on a daily basis. by a dedicated and hardworking team of staff and teachers, led by CEO Sujata Sen.
Suppose I am not here from tomorrow. This organization will carry on because we have a very good educationist, we have some very good teachers, we have a very good head of homes, we have a very good director of finance. So the organization can actually run on autopilot. We are very strong. You need a CEO because sometimes you need one person to be networking and leading and providing a little bit of vision. So you do need a head of an organization. But that organization can only be strong which has a very strong second line. And we have that second line.
But what about the school itself? I know from experience how tight for space things are. So where in the future do we find future hope?
Well, we've been here in Rowland Road for the last 25 years. It's been a wonderful building, but we've totally outgrown it. We cannot get Class 12 affiliation for the Central Board of Secondary Education because we've got no more room. We need to have 4 science labs, maths, physics, chemistry and biology. So that's not possible. But as you can see, there are children bursting out of every classroom.
We have a space constraint. There are so many children in the society whom we cannot take admissions because of the space constraint.
If I walk out of my office today, you'll see how many people approach me because they are waiting here for hours to see whether they can get a child in. There are many reasons why many children cannot come to school. And I think if we have more space, we can take those children in through our very systematic verification process where we really understand the context of a child and get in the most vulnerable children who would otherwise have no support into our school.
We had to build on the roof, which was the small children's play area. We've had to build 3 new classrooms there. We desperately need to move.
Next time.
The little girl's very, very weak, but she's terribly malnourished. When you're dealing with youngsters like this, always be very calm. Your calmness will go through to them.
If one is to look for a better future, they need education, sometimes they need shelters, and sometimes they really need a lot of mentoring.
I'm a colleague, come and talk to you.
Will the family from Shialda be brave enough to see the future for themselves? And can Future Hope achieve its expansion dream? For more information, please visit futurehope.net. Please make sure you subscribe for the whole series and leave a review if you can.